Hi there, Cancerians. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing really well. So I'm recording this reading for you on the 24th of August, and Uranus has now joined the planetary retrogrades. So we now have 5 planets in retrograde. Of course, we've got Mercury coming up at the beginning of September, also due to retrograde, and then Mars at the end of October. So you might feel like things are just clunking into place with all these retrogrades and things are slowing down, but I'm sure you've got that love within, you've got that unconditional love within to get through these times. So I thought I would take some cards from the Spirit Song Tarot for you today. That was the card that was the deck I was drawn to for your cards today. So just a reminder, this is for the sun sign of Cancer, and of course it's not going to resonate for every Cancerian out there. It's collective energy. It's not going to resonate for everybody, and I have to make that abundantly clear. So if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. It might not be your story, it could be someone else's. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't try and make something fit that doesn't. Always use your discernment, of course, with any readings and guidance. And of course, these on YouTube are for entertainment purposes as well. So, Cancerians, let's see what we've got. I'm going to take some general cards for you, and then I'm going to go into love. So we'll see what we've got on the love front. So let's see what we have for Cancerians. And as I started recording the message, the sun has come out. So the sun has got his hat on for you at the moment, Cancer. I know you're ruled by the moon, but the sun has come out. So maybe that's showing, I don't know, taking a sort of an opposite look at things, you know, a different perspective maybe. So let's see what we have. Okay, let's see what we have for Cancerians. That one wants to come out. Oh, the Traveller, the Fool. Okay, new starts, new beginnings, new leap of faith. And then we have 2 together. I will hold them up. King of Feathers, which is King of Swords in the upright, and 3 of Acorns, 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, I'm going to take one more. One more for the general for Cancerians. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. 6 of Acorns in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse. On the bottom, Temperance energy. So this deck is beautiful. The imagery is beautiful. It's a Spirit Song Tarot. So Temperance, that's Sagittarius energy. It's hidden energy on the bottom. So that might be saying to you that you need to take a more balanced approach to something, and also allow energies to flow. That came up actually in a collective tarot reading I did earlier on my social media page. But also allowing those energies to flow. There could be an element of patience that's needed as well. Okay, just bear that in mind. It's hidden energy. It's on the bottom of the deck. And this is the general portion of the reading. So take it how it resonates. So first of all, we've got the Traveller, okay, which is the Fool. So this is all about a new beginning, a fresh start. You know, this is the start of the tarot deck, the Major Arcana. It's often referred to as kind of Aries energy or Aquarius energy. There's both really that I'm feeling from this, because you've got that kind of new start of Aries, which is the beginning of the zodiac, of course, and the first house when it comes to astrology. But there's also an Aquarian feel, because it's that kind of freedom and that rebellion to take that leap of faith into the unknown. You might have a bit of an idea, but there's also this kind of unknown that's, you know, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And we don't know until we try these things. So there could be some element of, all right, I'm actually going to be taking a leap. You might be mid-leap, like on this card, or you could be just considering it. You may have already leapt. So this is all about a new beginning, a fresh start. And of course on here, the adventure and potential that can come from that. But here we have the King of Feathers, King of Swords, with the 3 of Acorns in reverse, 3 of Wands in reverse. So the 3 of Wands is progress, and it's kind of waiting for your ships to come in. It's almost once you've decided on your direction from the 2 of Wands beforehand, you know, I'm choosing that path for my adventure, taking the leap of faith. It could take me out of my comfort zone, but I'm going in that direction. There's then that sort of progress point, but also then waiting for your ships to come in is just the phrase that comes to me when I see that card. But here it's in reverse. So you may still be feeling that there is lack of movement or progress, even though there is this leap of faith, and it's not in reverse. So, you know, there might be fears. Of course, you might be feeling fears, but the card is not saying that because it's in the upright position. It could, of course, be saying something that's just come through to me, is that you know that there is a leap of faith that's needed because you're feeling that lack of progress in a current situation. And it might be that the King of Feathers, the King of Swords, is bringing that truth and that clarity in to illuminate that for you. Now, I believe this is a lion on this card, which is very interesting because it's swords energy, and we associate the lion with Leo energy, fire energy. But I was particularly drawn to these light rays here, and it's almost kind of crown-like. The King of Swords, and any king or queen in tarot, is of course a sovereign being, but that's where the illumination comes in. So that could be more the story here in this reading, that a leap of faith is needed into something for that potential to be returned, for that adventure to be experienced, because you're kind of feeling a bit stuck, that there's no progress in your current situation. And that's where that clarity is coming in somehow. It could be via your own intuition. It could be that somebody will give you some sort of message that's going to illuminate that truth. The King of Swords is all about that intellect and that wisdom. So reaching that conclusion yourself, and then recognizing that a leap of faith is needed in order to move out of that stuck position and stagnant position. Because Six of Acorns, Six of Wands in reverse, is also indicating that there is currently a lack of victory, because in the upright, in traditional tarot, it's victory after the battle. So there is, again, and it's a movement card. So it's kind of, you know, it's, when I think of, what came to me actually was the Chariot, which is Major Arcana, and that is Cancerian energy. So that just came through to me, and that's a movement card. And that's what I was thinking of when I was thinking of this card, because it's victory after the battle, and the Chariot is all about movement towards victory. So for Cancerians, it could be that there is that need, that desire to move towards something that is going to be victorious. And of course, the leap of faith could bring that to move you out of that stuck position. Yeah, success and triumph. So you may be feeling at the moment that you have not got that currently coming through. That's interesting. Let's just take another card here. What's the advice, please, for the general reading for Cancer? What is the advice? Thank you. Okay, so we've got Queen of Feathers, Queen of Swords in reverse. So the Queen of Swords is very much, she gets to the truth of the matter. So just like the King of Swords, you know, there's truth, there's expression, there's communication. It's in reverse, and traditional tarot would kind of suggest that can be quite cold, and, you know, it's almost devoid of emotions. So although you want to remain attached to your intuition by feeling into things and actually recognizing, how does this make me feel in terms of making your decisions, there's also an element of needing to use your intellect, of course, to drive things forward, to make things happen, to turn things into reality. And we are in Virgo season now, so putting practicalities in place. But perception and truth is written on this card. So there is that truth is needed, and that perception, that clarity is needed on something. So that is about going within, but seeking that clarity and seeking that truth. And because we have the King as well, but the King is in the upright position, that's indicating that that's coming, but you need to almost be searching for that truth within and cutting through the gunk to get to that truth. And also being your sovereign self, because it, you know, Queen card, and we've got the King card here as well. Now you might be dealing with an air sign, because the two people cards are air energy, and it is a match. So I know this is a general reading, it's not love, but there is a kind of, you know, a counterpart match here as well. So take that how it resonates, but there's certainly something that you're potentially wanting to leap towards. A new start is needed because you're feeling a bit stagnant at the moment, lack of victory, but that clarity needs to come in that truth, even if it's just you expressing that truth to yourself about what you want to go forward with, and then making it happen, making it happen and taking action. There you go. I've just blended a word for you there, happen. Perhaps I should use that. So yes, making a plan in terms of the Virgo season we're in, with the practical side of things, to make something happen. Okay, let's see what we have for love for Cancerians. Okay, right, so straight away we've got number 5, which is Shaman in this deck, but of course number 5 in traditional tarot is the Hierophant. So this is in reverse. So this is suggesting that some awakening to, again, the truth of the matter is needed. Some enlightenment, some spiritual awakening or ascension could be taking place, and that might be within you or somebody else that you're dealing with, if you are interested in a soulmate, or if you're currently in a connection, however it resonates for you. Okay, so there could actually be, and it says here, spiritual power and divine wisdom. So that wisdom comes, that divine wisdom comes when we go through that ascension, because we recognize then what we've learned from all of those lessons and experiences. So it could be that is needed, because that's in reverse. And again, could be you or somebody else. Take it how it resonates. What else do we have for love, please, for Cancer? Okay, I'm not going to take all of those. Could be some frantic energy in the love situation, Cancer. There we go. So we've got the shadow, okay, and we've got Knight of Crystals in reverse. So Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there is that lack of movement forward when it comes to stability in this situation. You could be feeling like there is lack of progress, lack of direction, and the shadow is here, and it's specifically called the shadow in this deck because it's often that we need to, or the other person, because this is for love, might need to just face their shadow. And our shadow never lies to us. You know, our ego might, but our shadow doesn't. So our shadow will give us the truth of what's going on, even if we don't want to hear it. And yeah, the words on that particular card are self-empowerment and ambition. So there is that sense of, you know, needing to actually make the choices that are best in alignment for you to bring that self-empowerment, and listening to the shadow in terms of any aspects that still need to be healed in order to get that movement. Now, you might be dealing with an earth sign, you don't have to be, but we've got also, you know, that Pentacles energy. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And of course we did have the Swords energy, so air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in the general portion, as well as Major Arcana, Aries, Aquarius and Taurus. So this is definitely about kind of going deep within to really empower yourself by what you know to be true about yourself, warts and all. Owning yourself, owning your sovereignty, but owning that beautiful expression of your soul that you are, and recognizing that by gaining that empowerment, that's when the movement comes in, because you're acting from a place of complete alignment with divinity, and that could attract in somebody if the Knight is actually a messenger in this respect, but it could simply indicate movement in the direction of a connection, or, you know, a reinvigoration of a relationship, if that resonates. Okay, what else do we have for love, please, for Cancer? Yeah, that one flipped. Wow, the Empress. Okay, so that is Taurus energy. So the Empress is actually all about birthing new beginnings. Now, the Empress does know her worth, so that it's important to remain in your worth. Now, I always feel with this card, we've got this rabbit or hare on the card who is actually bigger than the surroundings. So there's a sense of outgrowing your current situation because you're elevating, you've ascended. So there is that sense that you've kind of outgrown your current situation. And in order to birth something new, so a new beginning, a leap of faith is needed. So that goes back to the general portion as well. But recognizing that you need to empower yourself in terms of what you want to create for your life, because remember that, you know, you can manifest the reality you desire. You've got the power within you to do so, but recognize that if you're operating from a place that's in alignment with yourself and divinity, that is your path. Okay, and you will know and you'll feel. But by consulting the shadow, because that one came up, and gaining that wisdom, that divine wisdom, that will elevate you into that position. But knowing your worth is extremely important, Cancer. Okay, final card please for Cancerians. Thank you. And more major arcana, the wheel. Okay, so this is all about cycles. It's a number 10. Now, obviously it comes midway through the major arcana, but it is a chance to kind of course correct in a situation. So take it how it resonates, you know, it brings with it that fresh energy, because cycles can close out, new cycles can begin. And we've already got other cards that would indicate new beginnings. The Empress and the Fool, the Traveller. So new beginnings on the horizon, whether that is general or in love, but that brings more potentiality, more possibilities that will open up for you. So it depends. Do you want to turn the wheel in your favour? Is there an element of feeling kind of too connected to the past where you feel stuck and the wheel's not turning? And that could be bringing up the feelings of the lack of progress or stagnancy. And that could be why that leap of faith is needed, because you've outgrown your current condition, your current situation. But the wheel is that chance to kind of reset, and you can course correct, and then you can continue to turn the wheel in your favour and move on to the next card in the suite of major arcana, which is justice. So bringing about that balance, that reciprocity, divine justice, divine order can come after that. And it is in the upright position. So, and it's saying change as well. So it gives you that opportunity for change. It's almost like a hold point of, okay, are things going in the direction I want? Or do I need to change things up? So it allows for cycle closeouts, for new cycles to begin. Okay, and on the bottom, yeah, we've got Ace of Shells, which is Ace of Cups. So that's all about self-love. So definitely that shadow is that self-empowerment coming from aspects you might need to heal. But having that self-love, giving yourself that self-love to do that, brings that divine justice and that ascension energy for you to create something new, because you are then more inspired in terms of what your own sovereignty is telling you, and that brings happiness and abundance. Yeah, so that's powerful. Let's see what we have from the wisdom of the oracle, okay, to round this off for you, Cancer. And as I say, it's not going to resonate for everybody because the collective is vast, so it's just not going to resonate for everybody, and I need to make that clear. Right, time to go. So take that how it resonates, okay? Because ultimately you've got the power and the free will to make the decisions that are best in alignment for your life and your journey based on your circumstances and your situation. But this is actually time to walk the path of your own divinity. So it doesn't necessarily mean leaving a situation. It could do. It doesn't have to mean that. So don't just look at this card and say, oh, well, you know, the card's telling me I've got to go. This is based on, you know, the energy at the moment from a collective perspective. And if it resonates for you in your soul, then that's your guidance, because it's your soul giving you that guidance. But this, I feel, because we've got, you know, star energy here, this is very much about walking the path and lighting up the path of your own journey You know, what you're going to do, whatever you're going to manifest for your life, it's going to bring about that transformation. So if you're moving in that direction, again, with the wheel turning in your favor, you know, the wheel's turning, there's movement. There's movement as you walk the path. This is saying it's time to go, as in it's time for you. It's time for you to do what you want to do and to take action based on what you want to do for your own life and what's in alignment for your highest good, you know, and that comes from a place of unconditional love, of course. So, and I love this deck, it's absolutely beautiful. And there we go, you know, there's more star energy. So that's on the bottom, the fates. So it's a fated moment in terms of it's a destined moment. And this is happening for a lot of us in the collective, regardless of the zodiac sign, because of the changes that are happening, because of all the transformation we've been going through. There is that emergence of us as that transformed, you know, soul, the soul we were always destined to be, but we've had to kind of uncover from all of those layers of conditioning and everything that's happened to us. We've had to sort of release and detach from that. And that could just be your opportunity now to use that star energy, which is also rebirth energy when you think of major arcana in the tarot, to walk the path of your destiny. Okay, and it doesn't have to relate to love. That's just the path of your destiny. What's in alignment for you? What do you want to do? What lights you up? What inspires you? And taking that action and doing things for you. So I'm sending you love and blessings, and until the next time, take care.